A lot of you already know that the shelf life of a content on Instagram is not very long. What I mean by that is when you put a post on Instagram, normally after 48 hours, the visibility on the post really drops dramatically, even when your post goes viral. Maybe that will stretch you to 3 days rather than 2 days, but still that's not a very long time for a content to really perform. It's unlike YouTube or say blog post on your Google, which is searchable like longer term. Everything on Instagram doesn't stay very long time. So that's why a lot of people say, well, Instagram marketing effort, especially when it comes to content marketing on Instagram, feels very wasted because the shelf life is very low. So what can you do about it? I'm going to share with you today behind the scenes how I actually leverage Facebook in my business to extend the shelf life of the content marketing on Instagram. If that's something you're interested in learning, then make sure that you keep watching. Hello, my name is Yuan, founder and CEO of DailySurprisesMedia, a lead generation agency for coaches and service providers, and we get them leads in as little as 7 days. And we have generated over 100 client wins just last year alone. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how to actually leverage Facebook marketing to extend the marketing effort of Instagram marketing. So you're not doing that much extra work, but you're actually getting so much more result from it. Before I jump into what I actually do on Facebook in order to extend my Instagram marketing efforts, I'm going to first talk about the high level how Facebook works. So there are two ways you can actually do marketing on Facebook. By the way, we're only solely talking about organic marketing here, so we're not talking about ads. So purely if your ways through organic marketing, i.e. you are not paying any ads to get, paid eyeballs on your content, there are normally two ways you can get business and grow on Facebook. The first way is to really build your own audience, and that is if you start a Facebook page, start a Facebook group, and start getting people's eyeballs on it, trying to do a lot of external marketing, get people to like your page, trying to get people to join your group. You're adding so much value on your page and group consistently over time. So the first way really is to build your own audience on Facebook, just like how you would use Instagram. But the second way is actually my preferred way and the way I actually use to leverage in my business, and that is to leverage other people's audience. So what does that mean? There are already tons of Facebook groups out there when you think about anything. So for example, if you want to think about marketing, there's tons of social media marketing groups out there. If you're targeting, like say, small business owners, there's tons of small business owner network groups there as well. So no matter what your niche is, chances are there's already a Facebook group about it. And those Facebook groups generally can be small, can be big, but that is really curated by the group admin, by the group owner. So you're basically, when you are being active in that group, you are tapping into the audience that are built by that group owner. And that is the main method I'm using when I'm growing my Instagram, when I'm making my Instagram marketing go longer. And that is to leverage Facebook groups. So now that we have talked about high level how to actually leverage Facebook as a marketing place through organic marketing, and I also told you that my main method is really by tapping into other people's audience on Facebook, which is through Facebook groups. How do I then use it? Well, mainly through three ways. The first thing I do is actually content repurposing. So I would repurpose all my Instagram content into Facebook groups directly. The only thing I would always pay attention to is the group rules, because not all of the groups allow you to do promotional content. So what I mean by that is maybe in your Instagram caption, you mention, DM me a certain word or comment below a certain word to get a freebie. Those kind of things are not really allowed in certain Facebook groups. You want to making sure that you are changing your call to action when you post those posts in the Facebook groups. But a good content is always good content. If a content is already converting on Instagram for you, meaning that when you post the content out there, you actually get curiosity, you get people to asking questions in your DMs, that is going to happen in Facebook groups as well. And that has happened to me many times. So I actually use the same content, sometimes, even including call to action, which are salesy, because some of the Facebook groups do allow you to do promotional content. And I will always change the call to action to something more engaging. For example, double tap if you agree in certain Facebook groups for the ones that does not allow me to promo. And when people read those converting content, they normally drop questions in the comment. And that's how I kind of start building up my audience over there. Often I actually tell people straight away in the comment section, I answer the question, and then I tell them I'm actually not that active on Facebook. It's mainly my content repurposing platform. If they have many more questions, they're more than welcome to connect with me on my Instagram, and I just leave my Instagram handle over there so that they can connect with me on Instagram. And that has been a very, very useful way for me to not only build up my audience on Instagram, I actually have landed clients from Facebook groups that way as well. The second way I leverage Facebook groups is by going to Facebook groups, being an active member and answering questions. So I don't really do this every single day because there are not tons of questions out there about Instagram itself. But what I really do tends to be like every other week, I would go into the groups that I like and I'll use the search bar function and I will put in like keywords in there. So for example, I'll put Instagram, I'll put hashtag or reel, because in general, these are the things that people are searching for, getting answers for. And I would search through those questions and I will give as a detailed answer as possible, because that really allow you to be seen as the authority, as the expert in the space. And the really good thing is a lot of other people are actually searching for the answer too. So once you left an answer there, I actually have people like, a few months later, they read my answer on a very long Facebook, question thread. They found my answer to be most useful and they reach out for more information, and which end up and then booking an intensive call with me. Apart from answering their questions, I always also making sure that if I have any Instagram post on my Instagram feed that I can give a more detailed answer, I always tell them, hey, I actually have this post specifically right here. So here's my answer, kind of summarized in detailed. But if you want even more detail, more elaborate way on how things work, here's my Instagram post as well. And that is how I actually then direct their attention from Facebook to connect with me on Instagram. And that's the platform I'm most active on. So I can making sure that I continue that conversation and building relationships. So that's the second way I leverage Facebook groups to extend the marketing effort of my Instagram. The third way I use Facebook group is actually, again, use the search function, but this time is looking for something else different. Rather than looking for questions, I'm actually looking for ready to buy people. So often you will see that in bigger groups, there are people actually out there asking, can you recommend a social media manager? Can you recommend somebody who is amazing at Instagram? I really want to grow it. So apart from just dropping my information kind of in the comment box, because it tends to be, if you've seen it, when somebody posts the job post, there tends to be at least like 20, 30, 40, like ridiculous amount of people actually applying for the role. It's very difficult for you to get their attention. So what that tends to do, especially if they're specifically hiring for Instagram, I tend to reach out on Instagram directly. So after kind of dropping a comment to let them know why I think I'll be a good person to support them, ask them to jump on a call with me to confirm that we're a good fit, I would also go into Instagram as well, and I will use my nurture sequence to really get their attention. I would then jump into DM, talk to them, I can tell them that I've seen their job post and here's my thinking about it, why I think I can best support them, and I'll add some social proof at the end as well. By doing this, it gave me a much higher chance to get hired by that person because my Instagram is already very established. There's a lot of social proof there. That's my third way of leveraging Facebook groups to get maximum effort out of my Instagram marketing. At this point of the video, you've learned the 3 ways I actually leverage Facebook marketing to extend the marketing effort of my Instagram. So I actually use Facebook to not only grow audience on Instagram, but actually use it to get leads as well and clients. While you're waiting for next week's video, making sure that you check out the video on the screen right now where I share with you the framework we actually use within my company right now, the exact 4-step framework I use on my client's account, on my account, to making sure that we get leads and clients consistently on Instagram. Thank you for watching today's video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.